United States, redistricting is the process of redrawing the boundaries between congressional districts. In order to ensure that each member of Congress represents a roughly equal number of citizens, congressional districts are reassigned to states according to the most recent census. After the number of seats has been apportioned to each state, the state government draws districts for each seat it was allocated. States that experience rapid changes in population size compared to the national average gain or lose seats. Even if the population stays constant, a major shift in the distribution of people may require redistricting. The power to draw electoral districts is the power to alter the outcome of an election. Here's a simplified example. In this state, there are 20 voting blocks who will elect 4 representatives. By changing the shape and placement of the districts, I can make one map produce 3 different outcomes: a fair even split or a 3-to-1 majority for either party. This technique, known as gerrymandering, exploits a weakness in our electoral system. Highly gerrymandered districts become uncompetitive between the parties. This reduces the choice available to the residents and reduces the population's power to change its government. Minorities in particular have been victims of this practice. Minority groups are often geographically localized, leaving them vulnerable to the 2 main strategies of gerrymandering: packing and cracking. Packing refers to cramming your opponents into one district, over-concentrating them and limiting the amount of seats they can win. Cracking refers to breaking up your opponents into lots of pieces inside of other districts to dilute their vote. The federal government enforces 2 guidelines for redistricting. Districts must be roughly equal in population and must not discriminate by race. Most states implement additional restrictions, including the district must be contiguous, meaning there aren't any islands within other districts. The district must be compact. Compactness doesn't have a firm definition in every state, but generally refers to regularity of a district and how close together the population centers are. The district ought to preserve existing communities of interest, which usually means no cracking, but might also require more active district drawing to unite geographically disparate sections of a group. If possible, the district should follow existing political boundaries. Currently, most of the states leave control of redistricting to their legislators, who have a vested interest in the outcomes of elections. This is a recipe for gerrymandering. Ideally, states, and in several other democracies, redistricting is done by an independent citizen commission instead of by elected partisans. Their discussions and deliberations are made public, as well as their relationships with partisan and non-partisan interest groups. To reduce partisan gerrymandering, other states should consider this option. Improved redistricting practices can enhance and expand civic participation, restore public confidence, and help build a modern democracy that serves as an example of inclusion and representation.